Good day, students. Welcome to the discipline sensory analysis, and today we will take the continuous of analytical sensory test. At last we took the triangle test, so today is duo-trio test. So duo-trio test can be applied to determine whether changes in ingredients, processing, packaging, or storage have resulted in difference between products. So this test finds application in the selection of the panelists, product and process development, or product matching, quality control, and as a preliminary test prior to analytical descriptive testing. It's widely used to determine whether difference exists between two samples, and the difference can involve one or several sensory attributes. But no direction or magnitude of the difference is measured. Uh, Also, statistically, this test is less powerful than a triangle test because the chance of the guessing or correct result is 1 in 2. So though the duo-trio test is therefore only used when it's required to form judgment, and this is case when the tasting of product with the lingering aftertaste and such a bitterness, spicy or chili. And also can be used when one of the product is an existing standard or reference. So how you understand from the name, so as a duo trio, so it means 2 or 3. So principle is 3 samples or 2 of which are identical and presented to each panelist. So one sample is identified as a reference sample, and panelists are instructed to access the reference sample first and identify which of the 2 samples is the same as the reference. So it's the forced choice test. What about the preparation and procedure? So the samples prepared should be representative of the product and prepared in exactly the same way. If possible, samples are presented simultaneously or if required sequentially. There are 2 forms of this test. It is balanced reference mode and constant reference mode. Next is 2 out of 5 test. So it is used to determine whether there is a sensory difference between 2 samples and to select and monitor panelists. It is statistically very efficient and as probability of guessing correctly the different 2 samples from the 5 samples presented is low. So it can be useful when only a small number of the panelists are available. However, sensory fatigue and memory effect might affect this test. As with the triangle and the duo-trio test, it's assign a 3-digit random codes to the samples and then make up the score sheets, taking care to prepare the samples in an identical fashion. There will be 20 possible combinations. So panelists are instructed to assess each product from left to right and select the 2 samples that are different from the other 3. So statistical table exists to determine the significance of the result.